Life's about contrast. It gives distinction. It informs us who we are. And it gives us the option to judge through Libra what we aren't. See, sometimes in life we have very hard dynamics, and that's usually in relationships, families, communities. You know, they're good because they're like a rock for people. But they are just slower dynamics. And so in these times we're getting more driven within. Uranus and Taurus. You know, Uranus is coming back into that first quarter square with Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn is very strong in Aquarius. He's bringing in something new to Pluto in Capricorn. In fact, been bringing things new into Capricorn forever. It's where the south node of Pluto is, as well as Saturn. I think that's the south node. Well, one of the nodes. Look at the nodal axis. It's evolutionary astrology. So Saturn, when you think of any signs, there's 30 degrees. Every 10 degrees is a decan or a decan. I don't really care about the pronunciation. Those are the little things that make us blind to the potential of what other people have to say. We need to drop these judgment filters and cultivate new ones with Uranus and Taurus. Uranus is about rebellion. It's the eternal memory. That is passage to the Akashic realms. That's why Prometheus is rising out of Mercury. It is a yang on yang. That's the Martian elements. Mars will be in Gemini here. 6 or 7 months. This is astonishing. Just after or right when Mercury finishes its shadow phase, I believe, or going direct. In any case, there's a heavy emphasis on the mind. This is the Promethean process. It's just an automatic thing that's happening. We're all in the gravity of what we're doing, the dynamics of life. Dynamics are relation to this world, to others. we got to find that contrast, that distinction. Is someone keeping you quiet, holding you back, holding you down because they haven't been able to get through their own shadows, so they're living in the projection loop? But the only way you can show true love is to show them a distinction by doing what is in rebellion to your self-value. And what is in rebellion is what you have taken on from others, power over, control, safety, senses. We got to break those patterns that aren't ours. Everyone has to process their own stuff. When you do that, you show that you respect yourself, you honor yourself. And you bring that in relation to everyone else, and if they can't handle it, it's because you're too bright. The light hurts the eyes if you stare at it. Wise mistakes. Saturnian energy, last deacon of Taurus. One of the, I believe it's the 25 to 27 degrees precisely for Saturn. I mean, you can look at things, slice them and dice them any way you want, but I like that language. That's that spirit to form thing that I'm just possessed by right now. See, everyone in this world is in possession and being possessed. It's programming. It's gaslighting. It's predictive programming as placebo. When you name something with something like placebo, you take away the magic of what it is, the power of it, the potential. One way you can combat that is just to identify things as maybes. There's something called maybe logic. The word is essentially excommunicated. Now it's more of a philosophy than a literal way of speaking and interacting with people. But when someone states something, it's a maybe. When something appears one way, it's a maybe. So there's a lot of maybes within you, within me, within everyone, within everything. But you can't identify what they are until you confront them, and that's that Uranus push. It's activating. It's activating that bull energy. Venus of Taurus, we're going to have a major financial switchover from fiat cash to essentially fiat digital. There'll be a lot of CBDCs coming out here. That should be tipping you off if you don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. It's a replacement for the dollar. There's a lot of things out there, but they're creating stuff. Society is moving along. We're tagging behind. These are creative times. What are you creating? Coming into form. Then you can bring it into this world. We have technology. We have connectivity anywhere in the world. There's a lot of people doing their own things. Some of them may resonate with you. I would suggest getting into nature. You can work from nature. If you've got enough land to grow your own food in a nice well, you can survive and live a good life. Learn. You add a little bit of technology to that mix, a little Uranus, and then you have taproot back into society. You see, as society changes, it's expanding. People that are feeling drawn to escape this shit show and find real value in themselves and what they do, you can't find a better substrate, a better mirror than nature. When you work with the land, you tap into that natural energy. It supports you in whatever you do. Belief is not about reading stuff in books. You have to live it, you gotta feel it. You can't feel it unless you do stuff. You gotta be ignorant to learn. And that way a student is the teacher. So we gotta show those people that we care about and the ones that we don't, that we aren't what they thought we were, and neither are they. But they won't understand it until it's in form in front of them, and that's through you. Alright, well, thanks for watching.